welcome back to the first episode of Out of Context for the year 2023. I am your host, Ashley Majestic, and with me today is Adriana. But before he gets to, chime in and say his hellos and how do you do's, just want to let you know that here at this podcast, we talk about the weird things, fun facts, anything from random to intellectual conversations, which is very few and thin indeed. But for example, we talk about things like for a deaf person, if you tie their hands, you take away their freedom of speech. Now you know. Adrian, say hi.
So is that your end of the show joke, or did you just pull that out of nowhere? I'm just curious.
I always pull things out of my ass. What are you talking about?
I don't want to be around to see that. I heard horror stories about the things that you pull out, so we're not going to go there. Hi, welcome to the
Like my
2000.
husband, he's a.
No, go ahead, by all means.
No, I was gonna say, I pull out. My husband pulls out. He doesn't pull out that weapon of mass destruction.
So many different levels. I'm doing very well, everyone. Welcome to the first show of 2023, like she said. And of course, this episode is going to go off without a hitch. So, Ashford, by all means, floor is all yours.
Oh yeah, we have a guest, a returning person, a fan favorite. Honestly, the person that likes to guest spot and keeps the show rolling because it's not Adrian, for sure. Maybe it's mostly me, but I like to give dibs and credits to Sarah.
Boy, thank you. I thought for a second y'all were gonna forget about me, and I'm over here dying, trying not to laugh. Oh Lord.
Oh, next time you guest spot, maybe we should just completely just keep talking and never introduce you until you and just make you suffer.
Just make me suffer. I would start talking. I'd be like, hello. The best part of the show. Did you forget about me?
Adrian, did you hear something?
I don't.
You brat.
I don't know. My microphone keeps going out. I don't know what it is. It's
Yes.
Vagina.
so, ladies. How was your New Year's?
Ashford.
I got drunk, obviously.
I
Had budget booze and Jello shots, and as always, I invited two people, and those two people, not pointing any fingers, couldn't have been bothered to show, and because they suck and they hate me.
It's not that I hate you. It's that I had my own gathering that night.
Nope, you hate me.
No, I had my own gathering that night, and a dear friend of mine got very drunk, and their spouse, well, they got very drunk, and they decided that they were going to walk out of a moving vehicle, which was very intelligent of them. So they ended up walking home and didn't get home till like 2 o'clock the next day, because they decided not to accept the ride from their designated driver. So, but
Sure, what kind of adventure they had that night.
dude, they had a strange adventure that they don't remember. So that's not going to happen again. But no, like I had a good New Year's. My roommate's daughter, we're trying to make her go viral because she made this amazing like primal scream. Like she goes Happy New Year, and then she goes to take a sip of her sparkling cider, and then she like lets out this ridiculous primal scream. Ashley, you should check it out. It's funny. It's on my Facebook, and it just made me giggle because it's very, very Gracie the way that she did it. She just like perfectly fine Happy New Year, and then just
I loved how you tried to redo that scream, and Discord was like, "Nope, not gonna do it," and just cut you off.
it did. Did it really?
It did.
Oh my god, no. Well, I was trying to like not bust people's eardrums, so it's not an actual scream that I was like, rawr. So,
So, I know that Adrian, because I really want to get to another topic that you and I briefly discussed.
yes.
So we're going to give Adrian his little, tiny little smidge of opportunity to speak now or forever hold his peace on what he wants to talk about today. And maybe he can keep the ball on that subject and before our utter chaos gets unleashed. But we're going to see.
Yeah,
We're going to see.
It is true and utter chaos when we get together.
It is. Oh my God.
Oh,
Hey, Adrian, go ahead. Good
Oh,
luck.
it was my turn. Okay. Well, I'll keep it brief. New Year's Eve, I relaxed. I fell asleep at 10:30 at night. Woke up 3 o'clock in the morning. Didn't hear any fireworks. I realized I was still here. I'm still alive. It's 2023, and being an old man, I don't go out partying or I don't DWB. That's driving while black for most people out there,
Oh my
and
God.
yeah. I'm an old man. I scream at clouds. I sit in my easy chair and I just fall asleep whenever I can. Tilt my head back, snoring, choking on my saliva. So you'll never see me in a nightclub partying, counting down to the ball drop. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I'm quite a boring guy. I love it. And being at peace at my ripe old age of 46, I just love being in my house. Love being inside Castle Walkers, surrounded by my moat and alligators to attack anyone who comes up to my home wanting to speak to me. So now, that's my little piece of Adrian. Now let's go back to Ashford and Sarah. I will humbly stand back.
I'm enjoying the visual of you on your recliner just snoring away, just and your saliva, and it was just so graphic the way you described it.
Well, I mean, I have to paint the picture for the listeners, so they understand who I am and what I do. So when if any of my fans meet me, the expectation is really really low. So they're gonna be, oh my God, he's so cool. No, I'm not. I'm just a grumpy
People
old
that
man.
don't know you, legit people that don't know you are gonna think that you were like way older than you are by the way you talk about yourself.
I mean, he is. I mean, he's a grandfather. He's expecting a grandchild any day now.
Again,
It's
again,
true.
again, Ashley, look, I mean, I know you're kind of jealous because eventually you're gonna have triplets, so it's okay. I will still buy you those gifts, for your babies, and you'll be Mama Ashley or Meemaw Ashley or whatever they call you, and yeah, it's okay. I understand.
The thing is, like, you keep saying these things as though I'm going to stick around. I have no problem saying, oh man, I popped out a child. Please.
I,
I'll be Homer Simpson in that bush. Back out.
oh shit. The
So,
sad part is I can totally see that.
so yes, my friends, and you are my friends. I will gracefully bow out while our special guest Sarah from Cerberus, featuring Miss Bradley and Ashford, they do their thing. And of course, the views of Sarah and Ashley does not reflect the views of the Walker AC Experience nor the Out of Context podcast. Please direct all hate mail to slackingmajestically01 at yahoo.com. That's slackingmajestically01 at yahoo.com. And of course, please do not direct any of your hate towards me. I'm just a peaceful man sitting in the back holding a microphone recording. So, ladies, as you were.
Well, man, I'm working. I'm doing it again. I'm like on Google. I'm looking up disturbing images. Oh no.
Punishment. Oh no.
It's
Humor. Oh,
yeah.
exactly. Oh no.
Oh man, it's just.
So as she's looking up disturbing things to ruin our podcast with, and I'll ask
God,
I'll ask Sarah first.
Oh God.
do you believe in the whole New Year's resolutions? I mean,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
why so? I'm curious.
I have never kept a single New Year's resolution. I don't think that it's really something that people should do, because so what if it's a new year? Okay, great. It's a new year. All right. I'm glad that we survived the new year. What in the fuck is that, Ashley? Oh my God. Okay. For the viewers at home, she's sending us disturbing images of feet, and feet are gross to me. So no kink shaming to those of you that are in defeat, but these pictures would make you not in defeat. I'm just saying. Anyway, I don't really think that just because it's a new year that you need to quote unquote new year, new me. Like, you should always be working on yourself and you should always be trying to do better for yourself and better, like, period. Constantly growing. It's about growth. It's not about a fad. Not to mention the fact that we're still smack dab in the middle of winter. Take notice in what the earth does. Now, mind you, we all know I have different views than a lot of other people, but I believe in earth and nature and, holistic things as much as possible. And with that being said, the earth is still asleep. Mother Nature is still sleeping. Um, we plant things now, or we plant things soon so that they will grow and prosper when the time comes. So right now the earth is still asleep. Why would we want to begin making these quote unquote resolutions now when our bodies should be relaxing and easing into learning to, thrive and bloom again? We should make these quote unquote resolutions, if you're going to make one, when it's time to bloom, when you're going to have the energy for it. It was just the holidays. Holidays are exhausting, whether you enjoy them or not, whether you have a good time or not. I'll be honest with anybody, I had a really rough time this season. Just really missing my family, missing my father who's passed for quite some time. Just really having a hard time mentally, spiritually, physically. Like, I got sick. Now is not the time to be making these kinds of gigantic adjustments just because we've circled the year once, circled the sun once. It is more potent if you wait until you're ready as a person, as an individual, to bloom, rather than forcing yourself to do these changes and things that you're not going to do. You're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. So, that's my opinion.
And Ashley, what do you think as you look up more disturbing images to, like to disrupt the
Oh,
flow of the
God.
show?
God, are there more?
Oh, there's so many.
Oh,
I'm like
God.
sitting here like going, ugh. But anyway, for New Year's
And I
resolutions,
called it nubbins. You called it nubbins.
nubbins.
You fucking... I can't with you.
Nubbins.
I can't with you.
You know what's funny is that my friend Becky, who did a guest appearance on a podcast a few weeks ago, she's in our Discord. So when I share random shit in there and she's not part of the episode and she goes to open it, she's like, "What the fuck?"
Yes. I strive for people to say what the fuck when they open things that I send them.
That's honestly what I'm here for, and Adrian just doesn't appreciate that.
Like, our daily what the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, so New Year's resolutions for me, it's like a give or take. I don't really have a super superstition about it or a belief system. I I think it's neat that you can place a goal for yourself. I think you should be realistic when making those goals. Where if you're struggling with money and you say, I'm going to save $10,000, if you're severely overweight, like, for myself, I'm going to lose 150 pounds. Like, you're just kind of overshooting things. There's some people that do hit their goal. But for me, I think to myself, I just want to be on the same track stay on a good track that I've been, just be healthier. That can be among different things. Drink more water. Just cook healthier. Don't go out and eat fast food as much. Among other things. So I think it's nice that you want to give like an internal reset to yourself that, okay, another year. Last year was bad. You can't change anything. You can't predict anything, but if it helps yourself with that mindset, that's good. That's fine. Now, the actual thing of you have to do the resolution or else something bad's going to happen to you, I don't take it that far. Again, it just all depends on the person and what you want to do, and that's it. Just don't overshoot it. Just stay something realistic and make a little goal for yourself, and get some of those happy thoughts, happy brain cells moving around.
Wait a second. People think that if they don't do a resolution, something bad's gonna happen to them?
Yeah, there's superstitions that people have all left and right. And I've heard of some, there's some people that they if they make like a wish or belief or something, it's like they need to do it, or else something bad can happen. Like it's not like an actual curse. Like I would think it's just more of like their own mental thing, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, oh my gosh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure there is. There's people that believe in a whole bunch of stuff nowadays, and
That
so
is
yeah, there's no. I mean, people believe that Adrian actually exists, and
It
here we are.
it's all a myth. It's truly all a myth. Now, the reason why I asked that question is because we've been so preconditioned to make those New Year's resolutions because it's the most popular thing to do, and set these weird abnormal goals for one another. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a self attrition, like a self motivation to do the impossible things, like Sarah said, save $10,000 or lose an absorbent amount of weight without really any kind of game plan, or get a better job, or get a better relationship, or get more friends, or something like that, but really no concrete foundation to do something like that. So, I mean, I really don't believe in New Year's resolutions because you really don't need a whole new year to kind of reset yourself. It's not really that difficult. It's just mainly self discipline and just having just really goals and just ways to do them.
yeah.
Eh,
Thank
like
you.
that's I don't know. So like,
Thank you guys for that deep throated endorsement right there. Yeah.
well,
Okay.
I mean, I can
No,
see because you're a very zen person, as you always say nearly every episode, is that you're a very zen person. Whereas some people, I don't know, like okay, for instance, for me, I struggle with my mental health left and right. I have my ups and downs, my turnarounds, hands, knees and toes, or shoulders. What? How the fuck that? No, never mind.
head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
There we go. Those are the lyrics. See, there we go. Exhibit A. I'm not all there in the brains, and so sometimes it's kind of nice that again I'm not thinking, oh, January 1st, new year, new me. I don't think like that. It's just I don't know. I guess it's just a train of thought because your entire life you hear New Year's resolutions and a new start. So there's a part that's kind of ingrained in you, whether you believe it or not. It's just a saying that you're used to hearing. So for me, like there's a little smidgen, there's like a tiny little cell out of the handful that I have left in there. That's like, okay, let's do shit. This is like a time clock, or a starting point to an end point because you have January 1st to December 30th or 31st, and think of it like as a goal limit. And so it's good to have personal goals. It can be a personal goal to have starting today to March 3rd. So I think it's like no different than making personal goals. As oh, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. So again, it's all about you're setting a goal for yourself. To kind of see where you are going to be from today to where you're going to be like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months to a year, and from there, you can see what was approved, what was not, what you can just kind of reflect back. Just follow back on what you did before. So I think it's just kind of like a moment of reflecting. But as I said, just try not to overshoot a goal. If you can hit it, that's awesome. But don't put so much pressure on yourself that you burn out and you just can't even do anything at that point.
So what are one of your goals that you hit last year that you weren't intending to? I know it's a pretty weird question, but once again, it all goes back to New Year's resolutions and goals and stuff like that. So what is something that you did last year, that you're proud of? So we'll start with our special guest here.
Oh, me?
Well, yeah,
I
you're
don't
the
set
guest.
I don't set resolutions. I don't set them. So, like, for me, like, if you're talking about a goal of something that I'm proud of, I got out of a really bad situation last year. I changed my living environment to a far more positive one. I was promoted at my job. I had a lot of really good experiences, but I don't set resolutions because it used to always be I need to lose weight. And my resolution would be kind of sort of forced on me by my ex, who would always be like, we need to lose weight, we need to lose weight, we need to lose weight. And so I am pleasantly plump. I am very confident in my curves most days. And the thing is that being told constantly that every year I have to lose weight, whether I want to or not, and being told basically that I have to make this resolution every year, I don't make them. I don't believe in them. I don't want to do them. And it's a little bit, you know, I'm never, ever, ever going to do something because someone else wants me to do it. It's not going to happen. That's just not who I am. I'm too Aquarius for that shit, you know? I can't. So if we're talking about things that I've accomplished that I'm proud of, yeah, there's lots of things that I've accomplished that I'm proud of. But were they goals that I specifically set and marched towards? No, because that's not how I operate. It's just not.
Okay, fair enough. Now, Ashley, what about you? What goal? What odd goal did you hit last year that you wasn't expecting to?
Um, I don't really know. I guess, well, so at work for New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's Eve when we were working, it was like a fun little team huddle to write down what your resolutions are for the year. And I wrote down, get healthier and a couple other things. And I did get healthier. I didn't lose a lot of weight. I'm still pretty much where I've been for a little bit, but I've been eating healthier, doing healthier habits, things such as that. So, there's that. Thinking like weird. I don't know. This year, I just did a bunch of new different things. We're doing this podcast. I got a promotion at my job as well. I got a universal annual pass. I'm letting it expire because this year is just enough and I need to save the money again. But did universal for a whole year. Just did a bunch of new things, and so I'm sure that I remember writing a list of accomplishments because it was like another thing we did at work, like for self improvement and growth, whatever. But so I know there's a list in my desk. I just can't name everything, but I just know it was a decent year for me. I don't want to say it was a bad year. So I did a lot of new things and tried other stuff. I mean, got another dog, lost a dog, gained a dog, those kind of things.
And very soon you'll gain a child or two or three. But
I
we
will kill
digress.
you.
We digress.
Nothing of them.
And for me, for last year, is just a continuation of my job and being happy and being at peace. Um, I didn't think I would be this zen for this long, as you guys would call it, but last year was a tremendous year, and I figure this year will be even better. And I'll pose one more question, and I'll let you ladies rant and do your thing, because I know the audience are wanting to hear the show go off the rails. So I will ask Ashley this one thing, and then I'll let you ladies loose. What is stopping you from being Zen? Just a curiosity thing, not to pick on you or anything. And then I'll ask Sarah the same question.
Simply because of who I am as a person. I don't know how much else to put that.
And you as a person, what's stopping you as a person? I mean, we're constantly evolving who we are. We're constantly changing who we are. I mean, we're never the same person on a day-to-day basis. So, yeah, just curious, throwing it out there.
Well, I mean, I'm not Zen, and I don't think I will be Zen. I just don't. I'm a Scorpio. I'm not super into horoscopes, but my personality, I don't see myself ever being a Zen person. The closest I can be to Zen is where I'm at now, which is it is what it is. It's pretty much it. And sometimes my emotions get a little heightened, but I've learned to control them, what to do to calm myself down. I do those things. The fact is that I'm making nobody eat gravel. That's an improvement on top of that.
Congrats.
And I mean, I'm just fine where I'm at with my personality. I mean, everyone has things that someone else doesn't like, little quirks. just little things here and there. And I'm sure I have my faults, but for the most part, I'm chill. I have fun. I make my jokes. I get a little upset when someone tells me they haven't watched Star Wars or the Never-Ending Story. Other than that, I think I'm okay.
I believe we're being called out, Adrian.
I hear
I
nothing,
wasn't
so
naming names. I was not naming names, but I mean, if the shoe fits,
I mean, I did end up watching the Never-Ending Story just for you.
I know. I'm glad I have hiccup. I have that influence.
You do. You do.
you have strong influence.
Never-ending story.
Oh, good lord.
I still feel like I would have liked it better if I had been a kid when I watched it.
That's the best time to have watched it as an adult. I mean, yeah, even I watched it, I think a year or 2 years ago, and I mean, it doesn't have its same to it as to as a kid, but it still brought back a lot of nostalgia for me because I did watch it a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
And now, for those who've never seen the Never-Ending Story, I mean, give a brief synopsis on what it's about.
Uh, Imagine if you took shrooms and you made a 90s kids movie. That's about it. That's really the best way to describe
That,
it.
that's not it. That's not it. What it is a kid has to save his world against basically nothingness and goes on an adventure in order to try and save his world.
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's go with Sarah's explanation. I think mine's better. It's more colorful.
I mean, yours is very colorful. I'll give you that.
Is that? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, yeah.
There are sphinxes. There's a really scary wolf dude.
Dude, that guy's traumatized me as a kid.
There's a weird guy that eats rocks. Um, there's a bog that eats a horse. A giant turtle that sneezes on the dude. Like, watch it as a kid, not as an adult. Or if you're an adult, definitely have a toke or two before you do so you'll enjoy it better. Whereas I was distracted through the whole thing because of the environment in which I watched it, so I probably would have liked it better had I um, had I been able
No.
to focus better.
So what you're telling me is there's gonna be a day, probably 10 years from now, when you're finally gonna hang out with me, and I can get you to sit down, and I'm just gonna have to lock you in and make you watch it.
Only if we can watch Labyrinth.
Oh, I love that movie. Fuck yeah.
I love Labyrinth. Labyrinth is always going to be in my top tens. Always.
Eh. See, I remember watching that as a kid. I liked it.
I never watched it as a kid. You gotta understand, I grew up sheltered. I grew up really, really sheltered. I wasn't allowed to do much. If the church didn't approve of it, I didn't get to do it.
Grew up in a cult,
Practically.
pretty much.
Pretty
Now-
much.
now-
Not quite, but pretty much.
And after you two watch those movies, are you going to make her watch Never-Ending Story Part 2?
I don't know.
I heard that part 2 sucked.
It pretty much does. You don't have to watch that one.
You know they're doing a remake of the Never-Ending Story, right?
Yes, I mean, of course, because all the movies nowadays are remakes of something else.
Yes, but they're supposed to be following closer to the book. Which
Well,
I have the book, so
I am excited. I mean, I'll probably watch it. Most things, when I hear something's being remade, redone, I'll always sit on the fence. I mean, I'm not overly, it depends what it is, but sometimes I'm not overly excited. Sometimes it's like, I'll watch it when it gets on Netflix or Hulu or HBO, something like that. But
yeah.
I don't really go to movie theaters anymore simply because I get migraines nowadays when I go, ever since I got my neck injury. So
Yeah.
I have to really, really want to see a movie to just go spend that money. Oh my god, what is that? Ugh, okay. But yeah, I'm not totally still scrolling. What is that?
Yeah,
What?
she's scrolling.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Now, see, when you bring in more than one person to the Out of Context podcast, you get stuff like this, where we're just totally random and we go all over the board. No really one particular topic.
Flying fuck.
And of course, Ashley sends odd things to people on this show that nobody can see because once again, this is audio. So her sending memes and weird, bizarre things to us to freak us out, and you hear our reactions, but you really can't see it. So one of
Look back on the Discord. Look, it's grannies.
and one of these
Oh, God,
one of
I
these
feel the need to find aggressively fucked up shit just to send it back to you.
and one of these
Oh,
days
yeah,
we're
I
gonna put
welcome
links
it.
for everybody to see what everybody else is looking at and getting us grossed out. So thank you folks for always tuning in and hanging out with us and dealing with us during these troubling times as they go back and forth sending little messages to one another.
That's fine. That's fine. But I mean, just all you have to, what the fuck? All you have to do is go on Google and type in weird or disturbing or random, and just type in random words and like just go to images and just start scrolling, and the internet will surprise you or amaze you, like it does with me. Like I'm seeing like a lot of weird stuff. Some of it's like, haha, and the other parts are like, ugh.
And this is your co-host. This is the co-host of our show. This is what she does. So if you ever want to get to know her, ever want to get on her good side, send her weird, funky memes, and you'll be her best friend for life. This is how
Dude, I
this
actually
works.
love that. I love that. I mean, there was a time, a brief little period where Sarah and I we only communicated by dark memes.
It was beautiful.
It was truly beautiful, so I welcome it.
And I think our society's boiled down to that because we really don't talk to one another anymore via phone or text messages. We send each other wacky, grotesque, mentally, emotionally disturbing memes. This is how we do nowadays. This is what the kids do. So I think we're kind of hip these days. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure.
I and disturbing images, and I found some very scary shit.
Which,
You've seen that one?
which
Oh,
of
yeah, I've seen that
course,
plenty of times.
which of course makes
It's
for a
so
good
gross.
podcast, folks, because they're sending things back and forth that we just can't see. So use your
Wait, hold on.
imagination.
You thought that's gross? Oh my god, I thought that was vanilla when I was seeing that. Oh, let me
I
scroll
mean, it
back
is
up.
vanilla, but it's also gross.
Let me scroll back up here.
And as we
Oh,
get further into the Out of Context podcast, the New Year's edition, as you can tell, it's gone off without a hitch. I'm the straight man, trying to keep everybody here on the tracks here, failing miserably.
What was the question that you asked her that she answered that I was supposed to answer next, but I don't remember what it was?
why can't you be Zen like Adrian? Because Adrian thinks he's better than us.
Oh, why am I not Zen? I know why I'm not Zen. Number
Because
one, mental
internet.
health issues. I got some. I got some mental health issues. Okay. Number two, I am an Aquarius, Sun, a Virgo rising. I mean, a Virgo moon and Pisces rising. That is not chill. That is not chill. It is thoroughly not chill, and especially that combination is very weird and emotional, and it just I don't know. But mostly it has to do with my mental health. Like I can be Zen from time to time. It lasts a short amount of time. I am finding so many disturbing images, but they're not quite the level of disturbing that I need for you, Ashley. But I can be Zen. I just don't remain Zen for long. But it is something that I'm working on. It is the thing that I feel like I'm working on the most in my life. And on the topic of being Zen, I legit got yelled at by someone for no reason today. I didn't deserve it. I didn't do anything. And I just stood there and I was like, okay, you're having a rough day, but you're still going to have to answer my question. So
What was the question?
I needed to know why my accounts are being assigned to different people that don't know anything about what they need to know in order to do what I need them to do and contact the customers and help the customers the way I need them helped. And I was informed that corporate wants to randomly assign accounts to account managers, and I'm not very pleased about it. But again, it's not my place. And I don't get paid the big bucks to make those kinds of mistakes. So it is what it is.
Feel you on that.
Yeah.
I
So
definitely feel
I
you on that.
just have to do what I'm told. And when it comes crashing down all around them, it won't be my fault.
And it's not about Ashley. It's not about like being Zen like me. It's just taking a more different approach when it comes to emotions and anger and frustrations and stuff like that. Because you have to realize that no one controls your emotions but you. So why not take control over that and let people yell and scream and act ridiculous, and you just look at them and smile because it doesn't really matter. And
Yes.
I get the long pause because once again they're scrolling, looking at Google Images.
No, I'm not. I am not looking at Google Images anymore.
And what are you looking at now?
Not Google Images.
Yep, she's looking at Google Images.
I'm
Oh,
looking
how
at
would you say
variety. I'm
that?
looking for knowledge. Wait, you know what? I know how to hop off this bandwagon. And hey, Sarah. So what kind of books do you like to read?
Oh.
I've seen
So,
it.
oh, you've seen that one?
Yeah.
It looked like something out of like a creepy, scary what was that book that everyone read when they were a kid? It was like a scary book.
It was the horror story one. Yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about.
Scary stories to read in the dark. That's what it
Yep.
looks like.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's it.
And
So
meanwhile,
for
people are
books,
going to be listening to this and you're like, what the fuck are they talking about?
one of the ones that you sent me reminds me of so anyone who's read The Sandman or watched the show The Sandman, you know that the Corinthian has mouths where his eye is, and it weirds me out because it's such a strange thing to see. And she sent me one of those, and I was like, oh, that's gross. Teeth where an eyeball should be. But the one I sent with the guy that gauged out his cheek is a little odd.
Oh no, I've seen that one too.
Oh yeah, no, I just think it's odd. Like,
It's
to each their own, man,
cool.
but how do you not drool out of the side of your face?
I know. It's weird.
like-
It's kind of
very
weird to look
weird.
at. Oh no, look, he has plugs. He wears a plug.
Yeah, but like,
That's how he's
when
not
he's not
drooling.
wearing the plug, how are you not drooling? I have a thing about saliva. Saliva to me is the most disgusting thing on the planet. So, like, that would mess with me hardcore. So,
Just think, I want you to know that you just said that, and meanwhile, you're constantly swallowing your own saliva.
I know. It doesn't change the fact that other people's saliva, rephrase that. Other people's saliva freaks me out.
Duly noted.
Now, mind you, my own saliva, if it's like excessive, also freaks me out. So, like,
But
just
why
saying.
why would you have excessive saliva?
If you're sick and like something were to happen, I don't know, terrifying thoughts.
I get
I don't like
excessive
it.
saliva when Sarah bends over.
Oh God, gross. Excessive saliva. Blah.
And that's
What?
yeah, man, never mind, nothing.
Yeah, no, don't go there. We're not going there. So books that we read. So lovely viewers, or not viewers. You're not viewers. You're listeners. Ha.
Maybe they are viewing.
So maybe they are. Maybe they can. Maybe we should have a visual aid for these pictures that we're telling people about that we are, you know, you know, these lovely visual aids that we have.
Yeah.
But oh no, the knives in the nose. I've totally seen that.
We're never gonna get back on topic.
Oh shit! Kitty cat butthole tattoo. Oh my god. Stop looking at that. I'm so distracted. Um, I'm promise I am sober right now. I swear to God. But we were talking about books that we read, and come to find out, both Ashley and I read lots of smut. Now, mind you, I read lots of regular books as well, but it should not shock you or surprise you or even baffle you in any way, shape, form, or fashion that both Ashley and I are weird and we read smut. And the comment was made of porn and strange porn, and hentai porn was brought up, and I made the comment of, well, I do read monster fucker books, and of course Ashley is piping up with, oh, you should see my Kindle Unlimited history, and I'm like, girl, we have to share some books. So, Ashley, do you know any particular books that were among your favorites? Any authors that you particularly liked, or a particular book that stuck with you?
Honestly, hold on. Let me pull up my handy dandy Kindle Unlimited. I'll tell you. So like Monster Sweat, I don't read those. There's been a couple I've read in the past that's like, oh, it's not so bad, but I don't. I guess like I just haven't read anything that's really drawn me in. What's this author's name again? Oh, Zoe Blake. Ugh, I love it. So I'm the typical where the books I like to read is the bad boy, like it's the mafia. It's like some
Oh,
bad dude, and like he's very possessive, and he's
like,
just like, I will take what I want, and you will say yes, sir. And I'm like, yes.
yes, sir.
But speaking of those books, it makes me want to know because I actually read the first few, and then I a part of me wants to go back and start them over just to try them because there's so much hype to it. Ice Planet Barbarians,
Oh my God, I've read so many of those. I read the first like 10 of them. They're so fucking good. I
right?
was
Yeah.
reading them as they were coming out. I was reading them as they were coming out. I read the first one, and I just read them as they come out. But then other things happen, and I didn't get to keep up with them. And she has other like different spin-offs of that too. But the Ice Planet Barbarians are so freaking good, so freaking good. Um, why can't I think of the name of the author? Because we need to do a shout out for her. Um,
Got you right
shit.
now.
Got get me because I feel bad that I can't remember her name right now.
I
Shit.
got you. Uh, it.
Raj,
Hmm.
I have her on my
Ruby Dixon.
book.
Ruby Dixon.
That's it. That's it. That's it. All of her books are good. She has really great books. She also has that are not Ice Planet Barbarians that I recommend highly. Um, are her she has another series, and like I said, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It starts with Bound to the Battle God, and the second one is something to the Death God. And that one's my absolute favorite. She recently released Wed to the Wild God, which I need to read. Um, but basically, the storyline is girl gets sucked into an alternate reality where it's basically medieval, and the storyline is that all the gods of this world get punished and sent down to live as humans, but with their different aspects. So, lust, anger, um, petulance, sloth, blah 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 blah. And what happens is they each get a human that's attached to them, and the only way that the god aspect can die is if that human is killed. But in order to succeed, you need to basically kill all your other aspects and have your like main aspect live. So like say lies or greed or anger or what have you, that's what's going to win. And all the others have to die in order for you to go back up to heaven. So these women end up being brought into this alternate world, and they fall in love with their individual gods or not. Um, but let's be honest, it's a romance. And the story goes in how they basically have to overcome things in order to help their particular aspect of their god become the one that's left. So it's very interesting. It's very, very good. I absolutely adored that series, and I recommend it very highly. In addition to the Ice Planet Barbarians, um, one author that I will always, always, always recommend. I've read her since before she was published. So there is a website called Literotica. So Lit Erotica. And I've been reading stuff on this website since I was old enough to even know about the website. Like I'm telling you right now, I was a teenager reading this shit. Um, I have read Addison Kane's work since she was posting on Literotica. And
Yes, Addison Kane.
you know Addison Kane? I fucking love
Yes,
that bitch. I've read
yes.
her work since before it was in book form, okay? She put it in book form and published it because people were stealing her work and passing it off as theirs. And so she published it because A, you can prosecute if people try to steal your stuff at that point, and people have, and she has. And B, because you make money off of it. You don't make money off of it off of fucking Literotica. So she is a huge one in Omegaverse. Okay?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's my other one. That's my other one.
Yes. They're so good. They're so good. Her oh god. Born to be Bred series, but also my favorite from her is actually the Sigil series. Um Sigil is a have you read that one, Ashley?
I'm looking up now because, bro, my library that I've had in Kindle Unlimited is. So I gotta look that up. But really
So
quick, I'm gonna
Sigil,
pause because yeah, yep. Oh man, the one, it's the, what you call it? I actually didn't claim a care for that one. I think that's the series. It's called like the Born to Be Bound series. I think
yep.
I was like, it was an up and down kind of thing for me. There's a lot of parts I did not
Um
like about it, but there's also times that I did love it.
it's a megaverse. Okay, and you have to remember that it was originally a little bit rough. So that was her first one, I think, if I remember correctly. She had some one-offs that she hasn't published, and I'm really disappointed about it because some of them were really fucking good. Um, but like the Born to Be Bred was, I think, her first, and the idea was that it was based off of. It was a fanfic. What was it a fanfic off of? Was it shit? I can't remember what it was a fanfic off of. Um, I think the main character man was based off of Bane, if I remember correctly, but I can't really remember. It's been so long. It's been a long ass time. Um, but I think it was based off of Bane, but I might be wrong. But the idea is, nodding. I don't know how much you know about typical Omegaverse,
Oh, I'm
but
all in it. I'm all in it.
you're all in. Okay, so but also some of the problems that I had with it was just that it at the very beginning of it, like through that book, like the whole I catch you, you run away, I catch you, you run away, I catch you, you run away. And then like the whole if like the brainwashing bit, I'm not big on that, but I do still really love the storyline. It is so good. Um and just the way it was written, and I remember waiting for the next chapter to come out the next week, and just being so excited. But my favorite still is freaking Sigil. Like it's my ultimate favorite. Sigil is she's basically a uh she is the only female of her species, and her species is all male other than that, and they're basically all kind of almost clones of each other, like almost all related to a point. But she is the only female of her species, and she's been hunted through all of like time and space. Well, not really time, like all of space, by the men who want to basically breed with her because she's the only female of their species, and they're all genetically modified humans, basically. And these men essentially like conquer the entire known universe looking for her, and create almost like a religion based on the idea that she will like save the universe by being mother to the new generation, but like she hates them. She's been hardwired and like uh what's the word I'm looking for? Brainwashed. That's the word. And brainwashed to hate them. And the main one, his name is Sovereign. They have strange names. Um, he, they're all in love with her basically, but they find her, and like, obviously, bump uglies and such like that. But their goal is to find her and keep her safe, and redo her brain so that she's not brainwashed to hate them, so that she can have babies with them because they're practically immortal. Um, but it's my favorite. It's really pretty. I don't know why I said pretty. It's really intense and it's really well written. And I'm doing a horrible example of explaining it because I am the absolute worst. but it's really 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 good. But I love Addison Kane. I love her standalone. God, I have so many of her books. I need to look at my Kindle Unlimited.
So while you're looking this up, because a friend of mine, Lacey, had brought this up to me, and I did not believe it existed, but sure enough, it exists, and it's on Amazon. I'm gonna put the link in here, but anyone that's listening can actually look this up on Amazon. It is an actual legit book, and it's called Conquered by Clippy.
What?
Just open the link; it takes you right to Amazon.
Okay, I will. Hold on. Oh, Addison Kane's Cathedral. Um her Cathedral relic and shit. It's her vampire ones. Those are really really good. There's also Thirst, which is tentacle porn. And I think Strange Ways is also tentacle porn. I can't remember. And then
Oh,
there's the branded.
but did you look at the link, Sarah?
Not yet. I'm still in Addison Kane. A Night by the Fire is really nice. And let me look at your link. Conquered by Clippy, an erotic short story, Digital Desires, Book 2. Yes, I want to go here. Am I gonna be really disturbed?
I don't
What
know.
in the flying fuck?
So if you scroll down and you go to books in the series, the first book, Taken by the Tetris Blocks. The third
What?
book,
What?
Invaded, and the
Why
third
did
book,
I watch?
the fourth
By
book.
the copyright page. We have to buy the reviews for this book.
The last one, it says My Racist Robot Lover. I'm like, what the
What? That's a big turn.
It's this. Oh no, yeah, it's the same person. It's the same person.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a huge turn, My Racist Robot Lover. Okay, so I didn't put two and two together when you said Clippy. So Clippy, for those at home, is the little paperclip with eyeballs that used to help with like clip art way back when. I'm showing my age. And so Conquered by Clippy. Okay, why do I need to read one of these? I need to read one. Okay. Will we get sued if we do a reading?
I don't want to take the chance because if I'm gonna get sued, I do not want to get sued for this one. But look, I'm reading down about the author, Leonard Delaney. Leonard Delaney writes from the heart instead of wasting time with research and experience.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on, Adrian, where are your thoughts on this? Did you look at the link?
Yes, yes, I did. It's not really my cup of tea, but I would definitely leave it up to you guys on that one.
No, that's not my cup
my
of tea
God.
either, but I did believe it existed when my friend said this.
Okay, hold on. This is insane. I cannot believe this shit. That's insane. Alright, I have to. But first I have to return a book, so I gotta figure out which book I want to return because I keep too many off to the side because I can't ever remember. Okay, is this one the one that I read? Blood
You should
Alliance.
do like me. So I have, so you know on Amazon you can make multiple wish lists and you can change the titles. So I do that. So I have I've categorized wish list for my Kindle Unlimited. I have one for each for type of genre, depending on my mood, what I want to read. There's ones that's it's listed as my favorites. So when I'm done reading one, I will return book, but I add them to that list. So if I feel like I want to reread something or go back to a specific part or anything like that, I go to that list on my Amazon. I'm like, oh, there it is, and then I just re-add it to my library.
So, what are you doing?
All right, Ashley, read book on Kindle Unlimited. Yes.
Yes.
So on Amazon, I have multiple wish lists from stuff for my house, for myself, but I also have wish lists based off of books I want to read that's on Kindle Unlimited.
Okay. I understand now. Good.
Yeah. So I have one of those lists is, there's multiple genre, not multiple, but there's a few genres that I want to read when it comes to my smut, and then there's a favorites list So when I want to clear space for my library, I'll just return book, but that book is added to, but I'll add that book to my favorites. You can also do this on Goodreads, but I add that to my favorites so I can always go back to the books I really loved and I can re-download them.
Oh, good idea. Thank you. I'm gonna have to steal that.
My God, there's another funny one. It's called Camp Wanahumpa.
Okay, have you found the dinosaur porn at this point?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Oh my god. There's totally dinosaur porn. Like, I read one where it was shifters, and I'm totally cool with it being shifters, all right? Because shifters are sexy, and you're not fucking them in their animal form usually. Sometimes, but not usually. But some of it is actually where you bone the actual dinosaur.
How do I feel about that one?
How does that work?
It's terrifying. That's terrifying. I don't know, because dinosaurs have cloacas, okay? So I don't know how that works. I have not read one where it's an actual dinosaur, but, like, I've seen actual, like, book covers for them. A lot of them are male, like, man on man. A lot of them are M/M, but some of them are not, and it is very interesting because I could see how, you know, a dude could, like, you know, with a dinosaur, because, you know, cloaca butt is not that different, but, like, a chick, like, I'm not sure.
There's a video I added to our chat. It's a clip from Robot Chicken. Basically, anyone that wants to watch it, it's Robot Chicken. Search Return to Fantasy Island, Robot Chicken. It's going to be the first thing. It's like a 46-second clip.
I'm clicking it.
Wait, no, is that not the right one? Oh, no, it's not the right one. Never mind.
It's not the right one?
It's not the right one. It's supposed to be the one where it's Return to Fantasy Island where the guy's having sex with the dinosaur. Oh, no, that's not the clip, and I'm going to remove it. Yes. I'm going to remove this. It's gone.
That's not the right one?
It's not the right one. All right, but continue. Continue.
Okay, so I'm going to... So I downloaded the, one of those books, Taken by the Tetrix Blocks.
God.
Oh my god, you should see the picture of the author. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, if you scroll down the picture of the author, yeah, it's like...
It's a dude in a leather, like, bomber jacket with fur, and he's wearing, like, these, like, the bomber glasses, but he looks like a serial killer, and he's got his arms folded.
Into his armpits.
His hands are in his armpits, and he's in a random, like, place that looks like it's supposed to be foresty, but it's probably his mom's backyard. So, Leonard Delaney is his name. He's been a freelance novelist since 2012, writes from the heart instead of wasting time with research or experience. His debut publication, Sex Boat, an erotic novella about sex on a boat, so intelligent, earned him several dollars.
Sarah, okay, if you click on his actual name and there's going to be a screen, you know, it says home about all books, click on all books and just scroll.
Oh god. I gotta finish reading this because this is hilarious.
No, so Adrian, there's, okay, just to name some few. I mean, again, you can search Leonard Delaney. Of course, he has the Digital Desires inbox, which is where we're talking about. Conquered by Clippy, Taken by the Tetris Blocks. So here's listing off some of these titles, and I am not kidding when I say this is what I'm actually reading. One is called Womanized by Idris Elba, playing James Bond.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
The next one is The Minions and Me, and yes, the little yellow things. The next one, Motherfucking Wizards, an erotic novella about sexual wizards. Next one, hold on. I want to show this in the chat, but again, people just look up Leonard Delaney and you'll see what I'm talking about. But this book is called Fuck Me in the Bass.
What?
It is two guitars going at it with each other.
Oh, in the bass. Oh my
god. Oh my god. The next one is called Pounded by Pluto, the crappiest planet.
Oh my god.
What is this? What am I reading? This is just a whole new wormhole I'm going down here.
Motherfucking wizards. I need to read Motherfucking Wizards.
Now,
oh my god, this is supposed to be a series, The Planets.
Written by Uber, Sex Boat, Humping the Ham Bandit. Oh my god, it's supposed to be the Hamburglar. Do y'all remember the Hamburglar?
Oh, look, yeah, I know the Hamburger, but look at the next title, Oregon Patriots Occupied Butt.
What?
And just a question for you. If someone is interested in trying out these books, what are the top 3 books you recommend for people to give a shot to?
Oh, are we talking about for real, like ones that we would actually read, or these ones?
Those ones.
These ones? Oh god, I downloaded the Tetris one because I need to know.
Oh no, there's one called Written by Uber.
I just read that one out. Oh my god, these are hilarious.
And of course, now as we wind down the show here, ladies and gents.
Oh, we're winding down the show?
Yes, we are winding down the show.
There's a review that says weirdest book I've ever read.
Okay. Before we do our wind down, please, give me just a second. I need to finish reading about the author. Living a clean lifestyle has allowed Leonard to focus on doing good in school, honing his writing, and getting pretty far in Candy Crush until he got to that one stupid level. He lives well outside of Toronto with his mother and her cat, while maintaining a long-distance relationship with his girlfriend, Misty, aka AON16, who he hasn't heard from in a while and would appreciate a direct message from. His ultimate goal is to top the ebook charts on website Amazon.com. I wonder if this guy knows. I feel like this is very tongue-in-cheek. Like, I feel like it has to be. I hope this guy is genuinely tongue-in-cheek.
You never know these days.
You never know these days, but... Taken by the Tetris blocks. Christy looked in the mirror and adjusted her glasses.
Down and I saw recommended books as Genie Daddy.
She noted that her hair was red and her eyes were gray. She wanted to look good for her big interview today. Good, but not sexy. As a writer, she needed to be valued for her words, not her appearance alone. After adjusting her blouse and skirt one more time, she took a final look at herself and made a kissy face at the mirror to test out how her lipstick held up. Looking good, said the mirror. And then there's a picture of 2 Tetrises, a red one and a blue one that look like they're fucking. Then it says, they came from the sky. Nobody knew if they were aliens or human technology from the future or what, but their simple appearance hid their complexity. The arrangements of the perfect cubes learned to talk shortly after floating to the ground, and they formed such useful structures that most people regarded their appearance as a welcome surprise. Have a nice day, said the block, making up her apartment's front door as it opened for her. A stack of blocks forming a statue in the park waved at her. Nice, said a sidewalk block as she walked over it in her skirt. Oh my god.
Yeah, we really went down a wormhole today. Wait, hold on, because I know Adrian wants to wind down and take some control back in his life, but it's not happening right now. So, I want to read the synopsis for Motherfucking Wizards.
Do it.
It says, Peter Harrison is not a fucking wizard. He's never cast a spell. He's never even had sex. But when a case of mistaken identity leads to a white van coming to take him to wizarding school, he figures it's better than living in his uncle's basement. The school is not so bad. All the teachers are beautiful women, so that helps. but they seem to be taking a sexual interest in Peter for no reason, and his secrets are dangerously close to being discovered. These wizards have a dark secret of their own, and getting kicked out of the school will be the least of Peter's worries as they find out he's been fooling them as he fools around with them. Motherfucking Wizards is an erotic mashup of explicit fucking and badass goddamn sorcerers. What super author Leonard Delaney lacks in sexual experience, he makes up for in the magic of imagination. This novella is for awesome adults only.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I love life right now.
I know.
Goddamn 2023.
Oh, shit.
So as we wind down the show, very interesting, entertaining podcast we've done for the beginning of year 2023. The Out of Context podcast never ceases to amaze me. Oh, good Lord. So, if people want to get in contact with Miss Bradley, host of Cerberus, where can they find you?
You can email me at cerberusmagic@gmail.com, or you can find me on Twitter at cerberusmagic, where you can find some of my weird self.
And Ashford, where can they find you?
Instagram, Majestic Nerd Lady. That's it. That's all there is to it.
And of course, to find me, to find this show, to find all the other past, present, and future shows if we don't get canceled, go to walkerac76.podbean.com. That's walkerac76.podbean.com. Show some love, buy some merchandise under cafepress.com/WACE. Let's find all the products, stationaries, blankets, pillows, clothes, everything in between. And of course, be sure to like, subscribe, give a thumbs up. Find us on 21 different apps, whether it be Podbean, whether it be Google, whether it be Amazon, whether it be Spotify, everything in between. We'd like to, of course, thank our special guest, Sarah, for joining us as always.
You're welcome.
And of course, Ashley, anything you would like to add before we sign off for this week and come back next week even more weirder than ever?
Well, my brain is actually processing everything that we've talked about in probably the last 10 minutes alone. I actually will want to rethink my life just a little bit. Oh man, but what do you call a dog with no legs?
Ground beef?
What?
Did you
That's
say
a cow.
ground beef? That's a cow.
Oh,
What's
okay.
a dog with no legs?
Doesn't. Oh, no. What do you call a dog with no legs? It doesn't matter what you call it. It ain't coming.
I mean, you can roll.
Wow.
Well, how's it gonna get that head start?
She's explaining this. Okay, no. You gotta do another one because you started to explain the joke, and you shouldn't have to explain. You should just ended it right
You're
there.
the one that ruined it by
So-
saying ground beef.
So you have to, you have to do one more.
Oh my god. Well, we all know that the business industry is awful and disgusting. Human beings are selfish with all their corporate greed, and some of the most corrupted CEOs are those of the pretzel companies. They're always so twisted.
Oh God, yeah. Good night.
Good night.